Hello. Has it been as tense for you as it has for me these past weeks? Yes, well, what do you say to just getting on with things? Ral is speaking to the human hammerman Vamiba, who appears to be leading this siege. He's the one with the long ginger beard holding the hammer, obviously. Oh, what's this? Oh, they've got some demands, it seems. Breached crack the Confederation of Hooves. That was that mug that Shorast made that decidedly was not fomenting fascist fancies. They reckon it's the property of their people. Well, that doesn't make any sense. It was made in a dwarven fortress by a dwarf. How could they... You don't think they made the same translating error I did, do you? Vamiba does mean to reign, after all, and in Elvish of all languages. It's of no matter, though. After what happened to poor misunderstood Shorast, we dwarves of Hammerlock won't be parting with this artifact just because a handful of jumped-up beastmen say so. Ral, tell them they can stuff their claim with feathers and call it a duvet. Then we'll just select them all for a severe talking to from the barricaded nails, and sit back and watch the mayhem. Bloody humans. Oh, blink and you'll miss it. I mean, we missed most of it anyway, but look here. Oh, yes, I think we've naught to worry about with our military on the case. Look at that utter dominance. I don't think the human got a single swing in. Very scary. Glad they're on our side. Good me, look at this. They knocked out every single one of their teeth. Blur. Kutam Milunudis Uamid. Welcome one and all to the rising world power that is Hammerlock. Now, time hasn't actually moved on all that much from last episode, what with the cliffhanger and everything, so we'll need to look forward rather than back. To that I'll say it's a bit of a bitty one planned today. I've a few odd jobs I'd like to complete, and if we can laugh at our silly dwarves along the way, I'll call that good. Firstly, though, we'll need to say hello to Outpost Liaison Meng. Don't mind the channel there. We'll get to it later. I believe Ral is, yes, doing his part to keep the place tidy. Me damn, just go wait in the sweetness of Rax, Mr. Shot Treaties. Ah, Melville's taken his load. Good dwarf. Yes, leg it, Ral! See, I told you, Meng, it's where the dwarves spend 90% of their time. It just makes sense to wait here. Ah, here we go. Now, I'm excited to see if our little war with the humans has stirred anything up. No. Granite Clobbers looks to make us an official land of the realm. Well, from one crackpot demand to another. I'm not in any particular rush to cozy up to those hoity-toity pebble-brained elites at the Mountain Gnome. Thanks, but no thanks, Meng. I see a different future in our... future. Anu Zeshon, Meng. In more exciting news, Udib, a previously unmentioned bone carver, has created Lulanerid, a cat bone mask that he's keeping for himself, so I'm not sure why the fanfare. Well, let's take a look. Its name translates to Rooted Grinds, and it would appear it's something of a political piece. It's got yellow jaspers all over it, which, if you know your crystals, you know means protection from without. And if you don't know your crystals, I know we'll get on. And it has a picture on it that pertains to the foundation of Hammerlock. Add in the anonymity-preserving nature of a mask, and the message is clear. Hammerlock was a mistake. Burn it to the ground and start again! Now, I have been known to assign meaning where there is none, so maybe we'll let this go and hope it's just a new fetish of Udim's to wear cat on his face. Moving on! Here you can see that channel I mentioned, all filled up with water from ruin breakfast. Its main purpose, beyond giving a little protection from the haunted lands to our west, is to provide water to the fortress should we ever need to lock down. Now it leads down under the fortress to here, which ends above a new well in what will be Hammerlock's hospital. The floor is borax blocks, which we've continued out into the corridor for the look of the thing, and we've got beds and traction benches being made up now. It'll do the job, especially considering none of our warriors has had so much as the sniffles so far. And it is to our warriors that we look now, though not the barricaded nails, oh no. This squad here are called the Walled Trusses, to continue the theme of being building related, I guess. Now, as you probably noted, there's naught but scowls on these dwarves' faces. Well, scowls and beards. The reason for that is that these 5 happen to make up the bulk of the fortress's malcontents, and they all happen to have an unmet need to splat things into pancakes. With me still wanting to raid with the barricaded nails, and very much not wanting Hammerlock to be counter-raided with our pants down, a second squad does seem to fix all ills. For now they're led by Avars, but there's no real reason for that. He's joined by Ral, our expedition leader, Doran, Melbil, our chief medical dwarf, possibly a bad idea, and Udib. Well, that'd be a second tick in the box marked revolutionary in the making. I'd be worried about giving him martial training, but what's he going to do? Wrestle the fortress into a new governing direction? Anyway, I've got the forges running hot, and Erdim and the other smiths are banging away making steel armor and maces. Once the walled trusses are suitably dressed, the barricaded nails will get to have some more fun. Oh, here's something. Doran, yes, one of the new recruits in the walled trusses, has gone into a strange mood. And because he's a talented weaver, has decided to make an artifact at the clothier's workshop, which would suggest he's planning an article of clothing. A Hammerlock t-shirt, perhaps? I've never seen a clothing artifact in the making, so I'm excited to see what we get. He's made a dress. Arrow Shalung, or the Dim Conjurers in Cheese and Onion English. It's a silk dress. It's got cat bone and yak leather on it. Yak being a good word to describe the whole thing, to be honest. He's attached spikes of borax to it for me's sake. It looks like a wedding dress for a post-apocalyptic dustbin. And he's gifted it to us. Maybe we can get one of the military dwarves to wear it into battle. I know it'd certainly scare the god out of me. Ah, blasted kobolds again! Rouse the warriors! On to battle! Go kill... Pumice! Oh no! Pumice appears to have escaped! Now, I wanted to show off our hospital and was just about to do so when I noted Doran skulking around. And that's Doran, not Doran, of course. She's a surgeon, so it's not completely potty that she'd be here, but we don't have anyone in need of surgery. I think she's hiding from her husband Vutok. Now, I have it on good authority, mine, that he doesn't like hospitals, you see. Well, you can't say trouble in paradise, the whole thing was a farce from the start. The hospital is also the opposite end of the fortress from the smelters where Erdim is. I have also been avoiding that fiery little smith, though for probably much, different reasons. Ah, the elves have arrived! Led this year by Vadane, who... Oh, damn, I forgot. Anyway, yes, it's the elves. We're going to do some trading, blah, blah, blah. Thank me for the Alice DAC. Can't imagine the comments if I'd left it unplugged. Ah, snot, I shouldn't have fixed it, should I? You lot just bloody well comment anyway, alright? Oh, here's a treat. We've received some new migrants. I requested we top up all the way to 32 to match our available bedrooms. But sadly, I don't think we'll quite make it. Ah well, gives us room to grow with possible babies. Though I'm not daft enough to think Doran will be pregnant anytime soon. And again, that's Doran, not Toren, of course. No, so yes, we've gained 4 new faces, and although this Havas doesn't fill me with excitement, there are some changes we can make with 1 or 2 of the others. I think Thultig here, for instance, would make a rather good manager. Ral is of course our manager at the moment, but I want him to de-stress in the military for a while, and somebody needs to be validating my work orders. I thought maybe Thultig could take over as expedition leader too, but looking at this it would seem that Moldath is best suited to the task. Thultig can still be manager though. I like the way his sail identifies his vessel's nationality. And Moldath being wasteful, zany, proud and cruel doesn't give him a megalomaniacal vibe in the least. Right, here they are in all their armoured splendour. The walled trusses are finally ready to kick some serious bummis. That means that now we can send the barricaded nails out once again. So that's what we're doing. Previously we went to raid, thieves clanking softly in the dark. Now we aim to pillage. Go now, barricaded nails, and remember to give no quarter. Half the battle is in the mind. 3/4 of a pint of milk, 2 eggs, 100 grams of flour. Damn, that's the pancake recipe. Where's my script? Ah, yeah. Oh, they've gone. But talking of kicking bummies, get to him, walled trusses. Oh. Right, the barricaded nails are back. So they set out again, getting the lay of the land now it seems. Erosh led the attack and unrolled a brilliant tactical plan which led to a strong positional advantage. There seems to have been 2 main battles. In the first, 5 humans were killed, followed by the 4 remaining in the second. The dwarves then looted treasure and seized livestock. Right. Let's check the spoils. A cage made of useless metal. An instrument nobody can play. A piece of parchment made of chicken. A goose and a reindeer. I mean, what can I even say? Thank you, barricaded nails. And that's going to do it for another fortnight. At the start of the episode, I mentioned a list of odd jobs I wanted to get done. Well, we actually managed to do them. A few more months of training and our walled tresses will be slotted seamlessly into the barricaded nails, ready to begin raiding some of the larger human settlements. We'll have to build up a Hammerlock guard, but, well, I'm hoping that might grow somewhat organically. You'll see. We also finished the hospital and filled the well. Doesn't seem all that much now I'm saying it out loud, but if you've ever played Dwarf Fortress, you know what it's like to get even the simplest of things done. All in all, we're ready for the next few steps on my plan, and I can promise you that it will be something to watch. But that will all have to wait until next time. As usual, I want to thank you all so much for watching, and if you haven't already, could you spare a poor deity a cup of subscription? Much obliged. Anu Zeshon, you most wonderful of individuals. Anu Zeshon. Hello everyone, John again. I know Flem already asked, but honestly, have you seen how close we are to 300 subscribers? Yeah, it'd be... Ah!